the thing about me is I respect women, and I would never.
That's always how you want to start a statement. You always would be like, listen, I respect women.
I know exactly what's
Oh my
going on.
God.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Templeflight.
I am very. I would never ever go up to a woman at the gym and talk to her and make her feel comfortable. Everyone is there to work on themselves. Obviously, everyone's probably using it the same way I am, to work through their emotional trauma.
You are so out of focus in more ways than one. Hi, everybody. My name's Philip. Welcome to Templeflight issue number 7. Templeflight of the Bumblebee. Do you guys remember that there was a movie called Ballistic X vs. Sever, and X was spelled E-C-K-S?
Oh God! Why would you remind? I don't think I ever saw it.
On Zoom. Just turn your camera. Oh, that works too.
No, literally everything is going wrong with my tech tonight.
Try turning it off and on again. The camera thing. Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh,
That just shuffled the.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, welcome everybody. This is Templeflight. This is our superhero game, but right now it's a weird fantasy game in Yon Astral Plane.
Ass.
My name's Philip. I'm the publisher of this game. Surrounding me are our wonderful players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players. I'd like to know that you forgot to say that on Friday.
I forgot to say hello. Say hello, players.
Yes, on Friday. I was very sad about it.
I'm very sorry. A lot was going on Friday, and then a lot happened Friday, let me tell you. Oh boy, it was Friday an eventful one. And tonight's going to be eventful too, as was last week in this game. And Liv will sort of share what happened with Candy Mane to you as well, because things took a fun turn last week.
Oh, baby.
I can't find my unicorn horn. I'm very sad about it.
I am sorry to hear that. That is unfortunate. So before we jump in, I'd like to do nothing because the calendar's finished. I don't know why.
Yeah, that.
No, honestly, by the end, I was kind of ready for it. I was like not sad it's gone, but I was like, you know what? I'm ready to not open a calendar here, and then when the new ones come out. What's that?
You need a break. Like, it makes it special when there's time in between.
I might have done too many calendars too quickly together. That may be what happened. So now there'll be a break, and the new ones will come out either by their Kickstarter or they'll just sell them, and I'll get them, and I'll open them at appropriate points, and all is well in the world.
Like what happened with RuPaul's Drag Race. They started making too many seasons way too fast, one after the other. Oh yeah, and then they were like, oh, now we're gonna do UK, and now we're gonna do the world. And I was like, there's too much. You should not be having an all-star season a year later and having people from a season that was on a year ago on your all-star season a year later. This is too much.
Top Chef flirted with that a few times. I understand what you're talking about. Is it bad that I've... Okay, please.
I think you should get... This is unhinged, but you might like it. You should get a different set for each long-standing game.
A different set of...
Like a different
advent calendar?
Oh, I'd have to have someone build me different advent calendars for the game because I can't put it together myself. That would
you didn't build that one.
No, I didn't build it, but this is the only company that sells these like this. So I have all the ones they have. Listen, guys, enough of what I have and don't have. Let's talk about this game where there's a lot going on. In our last session, Armament was the only member of TOPFLIGHT and friends, hi present, who ventured here to the astral plane and could remember who he was. The rest of the team had sort of retreated into these sort of like subconscious ideas and subconscious identities that were sort of built working with each other and that arose up in this strange fate system where we play here in the astral plane. Remembering all of this, Armament was able to sort of tell the kids, because for some reason all of his teammates were presenting as children who he, a widower, was taking care of, because I don't know why, and while sort of like avoiding all of the thirsty women of town, No Pause sort of tried to gauge how much of their lives these kids remembered by telling them the story of TOPFLIGHT's trip to the world of darkness, to Yomitsukuni. They didn't remember much. No Pause, actually Armament at this point, then went and researched his dead wife, Heliotrope, a Jasper stone woman, And he could not really think of her as being someone who actually existed. He didn't think she was one of the other people they came here with. So he was like, well, this is sort of mysterious. There seemed to be some indications of where she might have disappeared to, all of that sort of stuff. How she did seem to rescue Wanda Bunnyfeet, and then sort of like had wandered out into the forest for a while. She returned and was dead, and many of the women in town thought she simply ate some bad plums and had a psychedelic episode. But there are certain rumors and lore about other things that might have done something bad to such a weird figment of someone's imagination. Armament then led the group on an adventure, but they came to a place called Hooketh Hill, where the pulsing ghost of Hooketh Hill presented herself to them. Armament recognized that this pulsing ghost was none other than Nightheart, one of their companions who'd come in here. He was afraid of the tremendous power that this sort of night ghost with a heart and everything, and he got there pretty quick when he sort of saw the signifiers of it. Fearful of what she might accomplish, Armament went for broke trying to explain to her who the group was, and more specifically, who she was. And given his new aspect to succeed at any cost, Armament was able to succeed at the cost of remembering that he was Armament. As the voice of the Guardian slipped away from saying, "Hold, hold," Armament has now simply become No Pause, while the ghost of Hooketh Hill, a terrifying apparition hovering over this hill, making the whole thing pulse with blood, who'd sort of come here to, haunt and do battle and yada yada yada, now finds herself surrounded by several unfamiliar faces, one of which she can tell was Armament until he forgot. Maybe some of the others are sort of apparent to her. Whether she'll even be able to figure out Candymane is Candymane, having maybe exchanged 3 words with this elf, who can possibly say. But as as Grant has punched her, and Saint has gone full Saint Dread, including motorcycle, that is where we ended last session, and that is where we will begin again this week. Right after a prologue. Tonight's prologue is sort of is themed around a central idea, and I will tell you that sort of all of you in game would know of this as a haunted spot in the woods a little further north than Hooketh Hill, a place, an ancient, strange monolith in the woods called the Wilding Stone. No Pause, this is, some lore would suggest, perhaps a place that your wife ventured and was sort of driven insane in her times before she was found dead. Your options for tonight's prologue: option 1, the Wilding Stone. Then, option 2, the Wilding Stone. Now.
Ugh.
You can see something that took place then, or you can see it at this point.
Oh man.
Wow,
I don't think I've ever had to think about one this long.
This is really, I sort of.
Vote for now.
Prez votes now. Wonderful. Then, all right, it's going to come down to someone because of the human votes. We have 1 and 1. So Saint, Wanda, and No Pause.
I'll vote for now.
2 for now. Saint, what you gonna do?
I will vote for them.
Of course you are, because why would you? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because No Pause wants to know what happened.
No Pause wants to know what happened. So we have 2 votes for now.
This is an RP decision.
Yeah. I'm just playing my character. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the best defense.
It's such a great excuse.
Ben.
There is no excuse for
Then?
you.
Ben.
Wonderful. On a dark night, I guess just a couple of years ago, a huddling, small fawn lies writhing on the floor of the forest, in pain, having wandered toward a monolith that is currently pulsing green and purple, generating the smell of citrus and ozone. The stone begins to speak a strange language. But then, a voice cuts through. Stay away from her! As an extremely, and I believe no pause requested, so fine, this incredibly beautiful woman made out of jasper heroically steps forward. She has like a bow across her back. She looks like she's been out ranging. She begins to howl at this stone, saying, whatever you are, leave the child alone. She tries to take the child, but this barrier of purple and green energy shocks against her. Screaming, she reaches forward and picks up the small child. And then, a tendril of connection forms between her and the wilding stone itself. Her eyes roll into the back of her head. She falls to her knees, but manages to gather some reserve of strength. She must succeed at any cost. This is something she's always believed to be true. Something she wonders if her very handsome husband, No Pause, agrees with. Also, side note, man, it's so hard to be heliotrope because, like, it's like she trusts No Pause, but all these other women in town are always just like making excuses.
They're trying to smell blood in the water anyway.
And they're just always like insulting her cooking because she's like a working woman. She goes out and hunts, you know. And anyway, the point being, back in the thing, she's holding this poor fawn foundling, trying to get away from this wilding stone. But now there is this tether between her and this horrific magical thing that has broken so many people in this place. Through gritted teeth, she asks it, "What do you want with her?" And she does receive a voice, not aloud, but one of thought, not language, but pure emotion. A sentiment saying, "One of ours might enjoy this one. But you'll do better." Again, through gritted teeth, she tries to pull away. But now the tether is on her. The child has been ignored. "What do you want with me? Why are you doing this?" "Because you'll be useful." With one last burst of strength, she stands and rushes away. But already the damage is done. Within her mind, fractured eldritch thoughts begin to spring. She manages to carry the child many miles back to town and deposit it. Just on the edge, but by this time she knows she cannot enter. Not again. She's too close. She's too close to being consumed by the wilding stone. With one final look through her real eyes, she spots her and her husband's cottage across the way. Then her eyes become black and dark, and she disappears into the forest, muttering, babbling about something called the Boston Red Sox.
I'm fucking sorry. What?
Oh,
Talk about an eldritch horror.
Now, you are all, along with Grant, arrayed before a pulsing, terrifying ghost, the scariest thing anyone has ever seen.
So, I have a question.
I'm sure you have many, and they're all most reasonable.
So, until just a brief moment ago, I was operating as armament. Like, how much in memory was like Nopaz retaining of like what's happening, and like is Nopaz aware that like there's something bigger going on here that like feels different now? Like
Nopaz, you are basically whatever like in-world explanation you have. Armament, basically like whatever lies Armament told, you're now just operating as if they were true. So whatever strange feelings and strange compulsion you had to investigate what has happened, you now have sort of internalized that to whatever degree it is, because obviously everyone's like, you're doing this for your wife, and I think you were kind of like, yeah, sure. So now it like, yeah, sure you are.
So because like Armament was thinking like, okay, like the wife plays into this somehow, and she's probably still out there in some form and is the answer to this.
I would say if Armament was thinking that, then Nopaz thinks he must find his wife. She's out there. Even though she returned to town and did die a few hours after leaving Wanda Bunnyfeet. Like, her body was found in town. She wandered away, like, and then eventually she wasn't found in town, sorry. She was found, like a quarter mile away, you know, like, dead. So... Right. But you think something about her is still out there, or is still key, or what happened to her can fix it.
At the very least, like there's something, yeah, like she is a key to all of this.
Exactly, you definitely think that. Only
like,
now, all of this is just you and these kids, and not any bigger picture stuff. Yeah.
Then Armament knew that this was Nightheart.
Armament knew that the woman before you is Nightheart. That is something Nopaz would not know.
But Armament would know, or Nopaz would know that like. Would Nopaz know like this is a friendly being, or there is like?
Oh, that's so interesting.
Because Armament like we don't want to fight this. Like this is.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Armament. Do you already have? Does Nopaz have insight? You already have insight. Why don't you make an insight check as this fight is beginning?
Fighting again?
What's that?
No, I just said we're fighting again.
What's that?
We had been fighting.
Yeah, like Grant already punched. Like this seems to be going down. We're in an interesting. Go ahead, Nopaz. What are you at?
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
So
average.
So just an average. I will say that you had a sensation for a moment that I'll phrase it like this. You don't know about being friendly, but you want to talk to this creature, not fight.
All right.
You think it might have answers for you.
So then immediately I'm gonna say, Grant, Saint, hold for a second. This thing may have some answers, but get behind me.
All right. Grant not being here, I will say, will just yield to dominant positions. That's fine. Saint, you, however, were prepping to start shooting. Candymane, I know Wanda Bunnyfeet was trying to do stuff. I know Chaa was like about to fly up Candymane. We hadn't decided what you were going to do, so there's about to be a fight here. But Saint, what are you doing? Because you had weapon drawn. You were like ready to rev the motorcycle. But Nopaz is telling you to hold.
Yeah, if Dad said to hold, she would, but she's not putting anything away. She.
Okay. Then in that case, if you are having your side hold, it will come to the side of Nightheart. The ghost, so terrifying a moment ago, is no less terrifying, but looks at each of you. Actually, I guess she should actually make more than one roll. She understands who are in it.
Oh my god. Use a fate point?
I'll let you use a fate point to re-roll this for me. Oh, and everybody, please reset your fate points to whatever your reset rate is. I know that Saints is lower because you have all your stuff.
Yes. So I have to lose the points I didn't use.
Oh, yes, you lose any unused points every week, yes. If you want to use a fate point on me for this, though, you can. If you want to do that, you can use one for me to re-roll. You're going to do that? All right. That's +3.
Significant to overall, or the roll was +3?
The roll's a +3, so it's even higher. It's a massive. That's a 7-point swing.
Almost as big as my swing last time.
That's obscene. -4. Oh boy. So basically, for a moment, she's like, "What?" Then she goes, "Oh." And what you hear this ghost saying is, "Okay, so that's the multiplier, and that's definitely the light one, and this must be the elf. All right, so what's the plan?"
Who are you?
Nightheart.
An elf?
What do you just told me who I was? Oh, balls. Oh, balls, stinking ball sacks. Damn it. Are you kidding me? She starts slapping you. Armament, your armament. Your armament. And this is the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. This is this ghost with like a pulsing red thing is slapping Nopaz in the face saying, "Your armament."
Yeah, Saint would shoot someone slapping
Please,
her father.
Saint, please make a gun roll.
Also, I have a question.
Yes.
Would we have this, like, our instincts, like, because I feel like if it were V, she would instinctually, like, fly forward. And so I'm wondering if I had an instinct to, like, fly forward, would I in this environment? Do you know what I mean?
Sure. If your instinct your instinct would be like rush forward, not necessarily fly. You know.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're rushing forward to protect him, you can. But as Saint begins shooting, go ahead and roll it.
Did. So it's 0 on the dice, but it's still a +4 skill.
+4, okay.
So
she is going to use her dodge, which she is pretty good at.
oh good.
But a +4 is a lot. All right. She has met you, so she does manage to jump out of the way. And while doing so says, "Jesus Christ." And then she's just like, "Stop. None of you know who you are."
Bunny feet, and you can't hit my dad.
I am Nopaz.
Fuck. You think armament? Jesus, V, I knew you had daddy issues. This is a lot. Jesus, wow.
Why did you call me V?
I know who I am.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Candy. Look at my luscious tail and mane.
What?
The ghost is like this at this point.
I came to you. We came to you for answers. There's something here.
Answers you shall have. Yes. Tell me everything you know, and I will assist you in your quest. You were on a quest, is that correct?
Everything? Let's see.
Don't fucking shoot me again.
E, F, G.
Father, we cannot trust this being.
Stop.
I'm telling you everything I know. There's a lot happening. There's a lot.
Boy. The whole hill is just pulsing.
Listen, I will try briefly summarize me going to like the temple and like I felt something was different. I went to the temple. I briefly summarized everything I talked about with the priestess. Kivenji.
Okay. Wait. There's this wife. You're looking for a wife?
Yes, my wife.
Oh, perhaps that's Whisper. God, what was armament fucking Whisper? That would make sense.
That's a bad word.
A lot of bad words.
I do not
You on the
know.
naughty list.
Forgive me, you're all children. That's the one part of this that tracks perfectly.
Father, this ghost is speaking gibberish.
Perfectly.
Bad
Okay,
words get you on the naughty list. I
that's
don't know what the
yes.
naughty list is, but I know they get you on one.
The ghost flies directly at you, Candy Mane. This
No.
rotted thing is just like
Well,
it's just like
Saint is gonna shoot if
You
she's going
do.
towards any one of
you
us.
do know. She's grabbing her. Go ahead and make another attack roll.
Yeah.
Make a gun roll. You do know. Yes, you know what the naughty fuck. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that's a 1 on the die, 5.
She's got a +2 here. I roll a -2, so she has a 0.
Oh no.
So she's gonna have to take. Yeah, she's gonna have to take. She's already has a 1 physical stress. She'll. Fuck. Oh wait,
Oh. We killed
she is
him.
resistant to physical stuff because she's a
Okay.
ghost. So she'll only have to take a 3 on her physical stress chart. So she's capped 1 and 3, and if she gets hit, she's like, I'm sorry.
No, Saint, stop. We're getting answers.
Father, this ghost is charging at us one by one.
We're talking.
You.
Saint, you need to
They
understand.
are
between attacking
uncomfortable.
and moving with intent. We're talking. We're getting it. The ghost is helping. I think the ghost might be able to help us.
Put away that amazing crotch rocket, and just put away your gun. That bike is sick, by the way. God, I want one just like that.
The part of Lumen that does really like praise from people will absolutely soften a little bit, and she will
God.
turn the bike off. She will lower the gun. They are not going away.
God, God, I gotta get a bike like that. She kind of looks at armament, she looks at Grant, and is like, oh, this one's oh yes, this one was reasonable sometimes. She'll kind of fly up to where Chaa is kind of hovering. What is your name, child? She's come to you, Teleportia, or Chaa, that is. What is your
What?
name, child?
Oh, my name is Chaa.
Right, Chaa. Chaa, what do you think you're out here doing?
As far as I know, I'm helping out my dad.
Right. Doing what?
Going on a quest. As far as I know, we were just looking for something.
Perfect. Good. Then let us all look for something together. Am I terrifying? Am I really frightening?
Yeah, you're pretty scary. It's making me really uncomfortable and giving me
Not
pretty
even a
gas.
little bit. No.
I am going. I have not filled in all of her things. I am going to give her a ghostly ability of like altering apparition form. So she's going to try to transform into something slightly less terrifying. I gave her a fair on this. She rolls 3 pluses. That gives her a 5, and suddenly this frightening ghost becomes a woman. Looks maybe late 20s. She's wearing like appropriate traveling clothes. She's still kind of see-through, but she now just looks like basically she just looks like a human woman.
Does she look like her real world form?
Yes, she looks like a woman of Hawaiian descent named Molly. She looks like real Nightheart, but she's not in the full Nightheart garb. She still has that scythe with her though. And then she looks at that and goes, "That's okay. This is pretty sweet as well." Puts it on her back.
This
Am
is
I
a
less?
lot less. Yes.
Yes.
This is less scary. I'm Wanda. I don't know who V is.
Don't worry about it. Sorry. You remind me of someone named V.
What is she like?
She really likes making friends.
Making friends too.
She really loves it when she finds a new friend who's super nice to her.
I do too.
Sometimes you remind me of her. At this point, though, you guys do see that within this ghostly form that is much less frightening, there is still this pulsing red heart, although now the hill around you is not pulsing. Okay. This is good. Okay. I'm going to join you on your quest.
What do you know about what happened to my wife?
I know that we have to follow on whatever path you set out on. I don't know your wife, unless your wife is who I think your wife might be. In which case, I do know her a little bit. And you're looking for her, so yes, let's find her.
My wife, did you know heliotrope?
Heliotrope? Does your wife wear glasses?
She didn't wear glasses, did she?
No.
No, she never wore spectacles of any kind.
Okay. Did she always talk real quiet?
No.
Did you ever see her, like using her fingernails to, like, tap a glass? Like, real close to your ears or anything? Would she rub things and talk to you in a quiet, whispering voice?
All these behaviors are quite strange.
I actually
Did her
don't know.
ears hang low? Did they wobble to and fro?
Anytime in a knot, anytime in a
Oh
boat.
my God.
Throw them over your shoulder.
These
like,
two.
It is
hold your
not
weight.
now. This is not.
Okay.
It's not a road trip where we're.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I
We're
like that
going...
song.
I thought we were playing a game.
We are playing a game. The game is to find... I'm so sorry. Say your name again to me, sir.
No pause.
No Pause's wife. And then we also need to maybe find another kid. Although, if we don't find him, that's not as big a problem. But then we need to find why we're here. Because No Pause, there was another place you were talking about. Tell me more about this castle.
Yes. No pause remembers what No Pause remembers. The player Dan does not remember.
Understood. There's a castle called Castle Pogia.
Right.
It is far to the north of here. You're
Right,
in
and
the...
we're heading up. It's up the river, like up in the mountains. We're heading up.
Exactly. So hearing all that, she says, yes, let's find your wife and go to that castle. And if we can't, and I guess Findon actually did take nerdery lore, so I'm going to roll for him on that skill. With his +4 in that, he took that as great. He will sort of share with you all, I mean, well, if your wife, one of the legends of what happened to her, I know Saint has some theories about this as well, but I think they're mostly about what the women in town did to Heliotrope. I always thought she might have gone to the Wilding Stone.
What is? Do I know the Wilding Stone? Do
Do you
Eric's
have?
lore.
You have lore?
Mm-hmm.
Want to go ahead and do a lore roll then?
One.
You've never heard of that. This story was too scary for you, except you've been there.
What is
So,
the stone called?
But I was
the
unconscious.
Wilding Stone.
Stone.
Wanda.
In the story, I was unconscious. Oh, yes.
Wanda, I need you, my dear. Let me see if you already have something on your little sheet here. Ooh, make a vibes roll. When you hear the word Wilding Stone.
2.
A 2. You get this very bad feeling, like a chill runs up your back when you hear that place. You've never heard of it, but it gives you a very bad feeling.
That place gives me a bad feeling.
I'm just
Make
gonna.
me feel gassy.
I'll get down on. I'll just get on one knee and I'll put my hand on Wanda's shoulder. One of Wanda's shoulders and say, Wanda, sometimes we have to go to places that are not entirely nice or fun to be at, but that's part of pushing through sometimes. You understand? I will keep you safe.
Okay.
Well, okay. We can either...
Ghost, what do you know of the Wilding Stone?
I don't know of the Wilding Stone. That must be after I died. I don't know of this castle, but as far as I can tell... I'll have her roll a... That's pretty good. That would be a fair. She will say, okay, I don't know of anything you're talking about, but I know that we have to do this quest. So we should go to the Wilding Stone if it's on the way to the castle, but the most important thing is to go to the castle. Because there's some great evil or some nonsense, right, Nobaz? And we have to stop that. And if we can also help your wife, great. But you've got to do. You have all these kids to look after who you've taken into this haunted forest.
Will we be fairly compensated for our efforts?
That's up with you and your. I don't want to call him your dad. I'm sorry.
Sometimes you need to do things not because you'll get paid for it, you get a reward because it's the right thing to do.
That
There
sounds
you
like that sounds like a slogan that helps the people in power.
Yes, so this is definitely the elf, okay. Yes, so I think if this Wilding...
Is it bourgeois?
Oh, God. Okay.
Borges?
Handyman, you need to stop reading these scrolls on...
Borg. It helps the Borg? That's not right.
The Borgios.
Do I know if the Wilding Stone's on the way where we're going?
Do you have it? I know some of you do have some like navigation skills. Saint might have that. Survival is more
orienteering.
That's sure. You can make an orienteering roll. Survival is more like the
yeah.
in the moment, the path of it all. So go ahead and Saint make a.
Can I make a recall check about what I know?
Sure.
3.
3. A 3 would be pretty good. It is not directly on the path. If you're trying to go to the old castle, you know that you're mainly going to be following the river, which will begin sort of going more in a northeasterly direction. The Wilding Stone is going to be more to the northwest. So you'll have to travel cross back or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like completely the other direction, but it's sort of a bit out of the way.
Yeah.
So
I'll relay that.
I also rolled a 3, so then I assume I wouldn't have any, I wouldn't know anything else. If you believe that it's more important, then will you help? If we can break the evil, will you help us to the Wilding Stone on our way back?
Certainly. I mean, I don't. God, I don't know how important it is we get Whisper. I mean, also I don't fucking know her or anything. She's kind of weird. Oh yeah, but she might be really useful. Oh, God. She's just pacing. Actually, she's not pacing. She's floating back and forth, muttering to herself. God, we get Whisper. Do we not get Whisper? Okay.
Think we'll put the bike away. Still watching the ghost, but we'll walk over to.
Oh, God! It collapses. That's rad. She comes over to No Pause. All right. Your wife, who's dead, might be a ghost like me. God, why are we the guests so central to? Your wife might be a ghost who could also help us, but it might be more important for us to go and stop the evil first. So, I don't know what we should do.
How are we gonna stop the evil? We're just a bunch of kids. And you, Dad, you're very strong.
But
I mean,
you're all the chosen one. Oh, did I not mention that?
What are we supposed to do, Daddy?
Oh,
The
God.
chosen ones.
Yes, you're all the...
It had to happen at some point. Come
Oh,
on.
God. Candy Mane is... Ugh. Wait, is Armament fucking the elf, too? When would that have happened?
It's not a bad word.
When
Sorry.
the ghost says we're all chosen ones, Saint will put her weapons away fully, and she will say, "Finally, my birthright has been recognized by someone else. I am
yes.
ready for this journey to vanquish evil
Saint.
with the way only I could and
Saint.
my family."
In that case, Saint, I hereby, because of my vast knowledge of the ghostly realm from beyond, I will give you your secret chosen name. Are you ready?
I am, yes.
You are called Lumen.
Oh,
Thank
Okay.
you. Oh, thank you, ghost.
And I have
What shall I
chosen
call you?
Molly.
Okay.
And I have
I like that name too.
I have chosen one names for all of you. You are no, I don't remember. Portals. There's some. It's longer.
portals.
Teleportals. No.
Teletubbies?
I'll make a recall roll for her. It's flat. But actually she gets a +1. Teleportia.
Oh.
Your name was some nonsense. She says to Candymane, your chosen one name is Elf. Your chosen one name is Elf.
Wow.
Oh,
Your chosen one name is V.
After your friend, was she your best friend? Does that make us friends now?
She kind of just like puts a hand on your head and it passes through. She's like trying to. Sorry.
Okay.
No pause. Your chosen one name is Armament. So in case I ever accidentally call you these things, I just think of you all as the chosen ones. Grant, your chosen one name is Finden. I never know how to pronounce that. Finden? Anyway, there you go. Chosen one names. Oh my god.
I'm going to invoke my aspect, owner of a lonely heart.
Okay.
And it might be important to go find out what happened to my wife first, if she is a ghost and can help us.
Cool. Please regain 1 fate point as you lead the group not along the fastest path, and instead will go to the Wilding Stone. Wonderful. So she says, "All right, well then lead on, Saint Lumen."
Lumen, or yeah, I can say Lumen now, I guess. Well, walk up tall and lead the way.
All right. You guys begin. Oh, actually, wait. You were about to camp for the night. Do you need to camp for the night?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
Should
So
be like,
now that we are, is it safe to make rest here?
I think so. Yes, sure. Rest. Go ahead. Here, everyone, close your eyes. I'll keep watch over you all night long.
I'm gonna sit like as close as possible to Nightheart.
Okay, just close your eyes.
I just wanted to say it really means a lot to me
Oh,
that you
God.
named me after your best friend.
I didn't name
And
you. It's your
I'm
chosen
really
one.
glad. Glad that we're best
Closing
friends.
my eyes makes me kind of nervous.
Okay, just keep them closed, everyone.
How much do I trust this ghost?
Make an insight roll.
Oh wow, that's a 4. That's a 6. That's a fantastic.
Here's the thing. The ghost is clearly not telling you everything, although you have a sense that the ghost tried to, and you couldn't understand it. The secrets of the dead are varied, and living brains perhaps can't understand them. But
Right.
you have you may not think that this is the most trustworthy individual you've ever met, but you believe that the ghost earnestly and completely wants to end this thing, and genuinely would also like to save your wife if it's possible. That is not the ghost's. The ghost is exactly how the ghost sort of presented it. Was like,
okay,
like if we could do that. So basically, you completely trust this ghost.
In that case, as the kids are starting to, kind of like, as the kids are like talking and Wanda is like kind of cozying up and Candyman is starting to make noise, I'll just look at the ghost and be like, "You got him for the night, and I'm gonna go pass out."
Great, wonderful. Everyone, go to sleep. Just close your eyes and sleep. I'll say at this point, Wanda.
Naps.
No, it's the big sleep, not death. It's the night, the long sleep, the night sleep.
The night sleep, not the big sleep, not the little death, but like.
No, not the. Please, no little deaths. Please, none of you have little. Oh my God.
Molly.
Yes.
What have we chosen to do?
Save everything. There was an algorithm because you were in the reserves. Close your eyes. You're literally inside me right now. Can you see this? Your face is in my body right
That
now.
sounds dirty. It feels really nice though.
Okay.
Can I have
well,
a sheet on my face? Like
a bird.
Yeah.
You just cover a sheet. You instantly. She's like, okay. No, we're gonna just. She kind of like gently takes your antlers. She can't really move your antlers because she's immaterial. No. Please don't get out of me. And
Sorry.
close your eyes, and everyone sleep.
My
Molly,
best friend. You're my
Molly,
best friend.
you should know Wanda gets night terrors
Does.
consistently every night. Yes. you
Does
should.
she?
If you are going to sleep that close to her, you should know.
I'm not going to sleep. I'm a ghost. I just
Okay.
need all of you to close your eyes and go to sleep. I'll protect you.
Do I trust her to protect me?
You can roll an insight roll. Is that one of the skills you've already given yourself?
I don't have many because I missed last time. So let's
So-
see what I got.
You may give yourself insight if you'd like.
As a skill?
It's just like you can put it on whatever number you want, and that's the number you'll add to it when you make it. And then go ahead and roll your 4d fate and total them up and add your modifier.
I'm trying to remember how to do this. So each plus is a 1.
The pluses are it's like pluses are 1s and negatives are negative 1s, and just cancel those out and ignore blanks.
2 plus
Did you say 1d?
6.
Yeah, 1d fate. That's what they call them.
It's
DFs.
fantastic. I rolled a 6.
A 6. That is amazing. So you think that this person can be very trusted to keep you all safe in this circumstance. You do, however, get the sense that she's kind of really materialistic. And you think that maybe you might not agree with her politics or policies. But
She's a capitalist.
very much so. And you feel like if you existed in a world of something called Instagram, you wouldn't like her photos of her on something called a PJ, but she's the world's second greatest ninja. But the point is,
Wait, what?
a private jet, isn't that a PJ?
Oh.
A PJ.
Oh, I was afraid to ask because I thought I was gonna look stupid. Or
Am I wrong about that? It's a PJ. That's what you
Is
take.
that a known? Are private
Yeah,
jets?
is
referred
that
to as
something
PJs?
For
that
all the
people
t-
say?
for all the times I watched for all the times that I
First
was
of all,
watching
it sounds like
Vanderpump
something else.
Rules, Oh, BJ. I see what you're saying.
See, I've
No.
never watched Vanderpump Rules. I don't watch reality TV
I've been to
unless
Pump.
it's
That counts.
It does. Yes, PJ counts. It means private jet.
I learned something new tonight.
There you go. I'm not insane. You guys aren't cool enough to know about that. Anyway, the point is, you trust her fine in this instance. You rolled a fantastic, so I felt like I needed to give additional context. That's all completely immaterial to the situation. My question is, do you all close your fucking eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then she,
Naughty
and then
list.
How much
as
time has passed?
well, she's trying something here. You all close your eyes. Shh, keep your eyes closed and go to
That was a night terror.
What the fuck was
So
that?
yes, and then suddenly the night terrors begin. Oh yeah, you weren't here last week when it was determined that every single one of these children like screams or does some different thing. Grant sleep fights. They're all doing insane stuff in their
I
sleep.
sleepwalk.
She's like, okay. She's like, okay. She goes, I may not be able to do this, but she's gonna try anyway.
I actually do sleepwalk. It's bad.
If Candyman was a sleepwalker, she absolutely would have like a rope that we always had that we would just tie her to, so that to keep her. You know what I mean? Like it's a non-issue.
I'm
Then
gonna
I'm
use
always trying
use
to
one
dodge.
DM fate point
Oh,
here to
okay.
try to re-roll this myself because oh my god. Nope, it was worse. Okay, so you hear her sigh quietly. Okay. And then those of you who sleep can sleep. She was trying to speed up time and just let you all close your eyes and then she'd be like, oh, look, it's morning. But she couldn't do it. So she spends a really unpleasant 8 hours listening to all of your psyches snore in weird ways. But you all rest. She actually clears those stresses from Saint's guns and Findun's punches.
Good.
Those are actually cleared as soon as the fight was over, but in any case, you all awaken the next morning. And you notice she's even harder to see now in sort of what dappled light comes in from the sun. Okay, are we ready to go?
Yes.
You all awake?
That's just because there's sunlight, right? It's not because like she's getting weaker or something.
Make an Arcana roll, Saint. And if that's one you have, add your
It's not
modifier.
one I have yet, but
Add it or don't and just roll it.
I'll make it fair. Because Lumen did have Arcana.
You can't hear the music that I'm playing.
Oh, no, I can't.
2.
Yeah, it's probably just the sunlight. So. She's like, cool, are ready to go? Big adventure? Chosen ones?
Yes.
Lumen will
You're
lead the way.
You're inside me again, Wanda.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I want to hold
Lumen,
your hand, but I can't.
you can't, that's true. I'm so sorry. You begin walking off the hill, going back to the thing. When you get to the end of the hill, you hear from behind you, and Wanda, you sort of try to pass through, and she seems to be stopping at the edge of the hill. She's like, you gotta be fucking...
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Nope, not your fault,
What?
not your fault.
What is wrong, Molly?
What's
It's
that?
it's possible I died here, so I'm stuck here, or something. That would just... do any of you know
died
how to...
there?
I guess so.
Ghost.
I don't know if any of you can, like, do an
What does
exorcism or
this
something.
mean?
It's a symbol for means something's really important.
You're my best friend.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey. Okay.
Am I able to blink her out of the forest?
Oh, that's interesting.
Like if
Ooh.
she rides me?
Okay, let's
Blink
give it
her
a
out?
shot. So she's gonna try to like intermingle with you. What is your blink skill number?
I added it as a stunt.
Okay, so you should now give yourself a blink because this is kind of in order to use blink in crazy ways.
Oh, okay.
What number would you like to give that for yourself?
Well, make it a great one.
I think that's a good idea, because this will require... this will require a fantastic roll to pull her out of this.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to try anything else, though, if you have other synergistic ideas for this, you could attempt to, synergize, and maybe it would lower things slightly, but...
I don't think Saint could do anything.
I have insight. Can I kind of see...
Unless drugs somehow help, I don't see how I...
Molly will say drugs always help. Wait, what do you have? I'm a ghost. I can't take anything. Do you have, and I know this will sound weird, any Molly?
I think, oh God, I'm so close. It's superb. It's not fantastic.
It is a superb, not a fantastic. Okay, so here is what we can do for you. Is your sheet on your general sheet? Your sheet is on your the whole document's called AutoCalc sheet for you?
Do I have to roll and use a fate point then if I've added it as a skill and it's a...
No. You've put that on as a thing. It's a thing you could do. You rolled. You didn't have to use the fate point. It cost you a fate point. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I forgot it cost you a fate point. So yes, please spend 1 fate point to have used a thing of your blink. You're trying to blink. Now. If you want to.
Yes.
You could spend another fate point, and you could add 2 to this. But we're going to need to do this in the context of a negative aspect.
Okay.
So it could be not a time for friends, or we could add a new negative aspect to your character.
Yeah, negative.
What do you think? What was Present's feelings about V?
About feet?
About V, the character, Lauren's character V, but back in the real world.
Feet.
Also, what did you think about her feet? And what did you think about her feet? What did you think about her feet on a PJ?
V, I don't like her feet, and I don't like them on a PJ.
Okay.
I don't like any feet on a PJ.
For sure.
Feet
So
are
we're
kind of
just
weird.
we're just gonna say.
But elves have like
it's a
very
thing.
pointy toes, so we think human feet are weird.
But what did you think about her as a person?
I liked her as a person.
Okay. What does Candymain think of this ghost? Does Candymain like this ghost? Doesn't like this ghost?
I think she's kind of icky, and if her politics are that she goes on PJs a lot, then I would not like her very much. But she's useful, and apparently we need her, and we can trust her. So I'm begrudgingly going along.
Understood. Well, in that case, I am going to say that Candymain, to whatever degree you'd like to kind of express this, Candymain is experiencing some jealousy about this ghost. Because suddenly V is all about this ghost. Who Candymain doesn't think is great. So, you're
betraying the cause. Cancel.
You could, I'll say this could manifest in a couple of ways, and maybe you'll think of another way for this. One way this could manifest is, you might try to use this as an excuse to, like, spread bad rumors about this person. You're like, guys, I just blinked with her, so now I know blank. Propaganda. Or that's a good negative aspect for you to have. Or it could be just more of a thing of, like, you're going to try to lord this over her and say you owe me, or, like make her... But basically...
Propaganda,
perfect. So basically you pull her through, and as it happened, she was upset, but Candymain kind of is like... So Candymain's like, I'll blink you out. She wraps up with Candymain, and you, sure enough, manage to blink far enough away, and she, like, oh, whoa. But for a moment, Candymain, kind of supporting this idea, like, she was, like, completely inside of your body, and then she sort of, like, floated out, and was like, whoa. That was really weird.
Right?
But good. Way to go. Okay, well, yeah, then Saint, please, lead on. But Candymain. You now have an overwhelming desire to besmirch and discredit and cancel this person.
Okay.
Especially, perhaps, fueled a little bit by the fact that Wanda, do you come and take her hand again, or try to take her hand?
No, but I will say, Candyman, that was really neat and creative. You're very smart. I can see why you're a chosen one too.
Thank you. That's why we're chosen ones, and this one needed our help.
Maybe that's right. But I'm just glad that we're all friends now.
Are we?
We have new friends.
Oh my God.
And we're gonna go make more friends.
Are we friends?
We're friends. And she's my best friend. You're also my best friend. I have a lot of best friends. Oh, this is very careful.
Oh no. Oh.
So, Saint, go ahead and make an orienteering roll.
Yep.
And no pause, please make a survival roll as you sort of guide them on the, short-term, long-term guiding here.
That is a 3. Yes, a 3.
A 3. In that case, you're both doing a very good job, and you're sort of making normal progress in the direction you're going, toward the Wilding Stone. So,
I'm also while I'm doing this, can I also be keeping a lookout for things around us?
absolutely, please make a perception roll.
That will be a 2.
A 2. A two's okay.
Fair, actually.
A fair. You see a partially overtrodden path leading off the main path. It has been overgrown by a few, it's definitely been overgrown, but you can still make it out with a pretty fair sort of glance. It seems to lead sort of over into some hills. Why don't you make another survival roll?
Okay, that is also a 3.
A 3, you would think that there's probably some kind of whether temporary or permanent encampment there. You think it's probably there's a good site to rest, but how overgrown it is, no one's gone that way in a while, which is perhaps a little strange.
Well, let's approach and be cautious about it.
Okay, so this is off the path. This is like a diversion.
Oh, well, if it's off the path, then no. Then we'll keep going.
Understood. All right. Then you all carry on, and after a few hours of walking, everyone begins to get a bad, heavy feeling. Wanda, please roll another vibe check.
It is a 4.
A 4. This place feels really familiar and really bad. You don't want to go here. You don't want to go any further. Something about this place is really heavy and bad. And you almost hear a voice whispering. And this place, even though you're walking through a bunch of plum trees, it smells almost like oranges. Very citrusy. And a little bit of ozone.
Am I the only one who notices the smells?
I think you all can sense the smell to some extent. But you're the only one who has that everybody feels kind of bad, but you have a feeling of malevolence.
I think that there's something very bad here.
Perfect. Let's go.
What? I'm just a kid.
Okay.
Saint's gun and motorcycle come out.
Yes, that. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
What do you mean bad?
It just feels really, really bad and dangerous and scary. And Saint has her motorcycle. I'm sorry, Lumen. Saint Lumen has a motorcycle and a gun, and I don't know what the other of us have that can protect us.
Well, we all have our weapons. We all have our stabs. Grant can fight. We can all fight.
I'd like to punch stuff.
Perhaps as we are indeed chosen in some capacity, as the ghost says, other things will reveal themselves.
Wanda, never you fear. The goodness in your heart will always protect you, as long as you follow that true path. You will also likely find your weapons to defeat evil in your heart.
You just need a little elf confidence.
Okay.
Where'd that come?
I'll try to be more confident and follow my heart.
Cool. Let's do it. You guys head through. You pick your way through dense wood, dead trees, bare branches, black, rotted leaves crunching under your feet. Not rotted, desiccated. Maybe a little. Some are rotted. Listen, it doesn't matter how rotted or desiccated the leaves are. The point is, as you make your way, in this area you don't even see any plums.
Oh, I thought the plums would be rotted. Okay.
As you get closer, you don't even find rotted plums, maybe a little further back. But ahead of you, those of you kind of who have decent sort of perception of 3 or higher already, notice a large stone monolith sitting in the forest. It's strange, it's at a high point, and yet it's not something you seem to be able to see from far away. Some kind of energy is crackling around it. Low, but present.
What do we do now?
I don't know. Go look at it. The ghost sort of floats up to it.
Can I roll an investigation?
She's not very helpful, is she?
You can roll an Is that a skill you already have?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do an investigation. No pause. What are you doing?
I was gonna say, like, I want to, I was gonna say, like, I would go up and start to check, slowly get closer and closer.
Sure. Go ahead. Make a perception roll.
It's all negative. It's just plus whatever, right?
Correct.
2.
Well, no. If it's all negatives, you would subtract. If it's blank, it's nothing.
Right. So it's -2.
Wait, you rolled 4 negatives?
Yes.
Understood. Wanda, you're too overcome by this place to figure out anything. Saint, okay. What were you saying?
Well, if No Pause is going to investigate it, and Saint was just gonna stay by the rest of the kids to kind of protect them. But if Wanda's actively freaking out, she would go to Wanda.
Okay. Chaa, what are you up to?
I would probably try to see if there's anything to track, I guess.
Okay. Make a tracking roll then. And No Pause, what was your perception roll? 2. The only thing you find that's notable are a bunch of weird... They're strange. There's an unpleasant sort of odor to it. You're not really sure. You just see a couple of them on the ground. They're these they're pieces of paper, and they seem to have like some kind of like dirt or leaf. They're kind of singed. Candymain, what are you up to?
I think I'd be investigating too.
You're investigating too. Please make an investigation roll. If you don't have it, assign it to a spot. Chaa, what did you have for your tracking? 2. Chaa, you do actually see a few footprints leading away that seem relatively fresh. Maybe from sometime even in the last 12 hours. You can't follow them for very long, and they are weird looking. You've never seen an animal like it. They seem to have... It would seem to be an animal that has it almost seems like shoes, but there's this like claw in the back that seems to dig in. Of each print.
Alright, so I'll try to be telling no pause this because I don't want to tell all the kids because I don't want to potentially freak out anyone.
Okay.
Thank you, Chaa.
All right. So no pause. You've seen those papers. Chaa has seen the prints. What do you all say?
I mean, the papers, does that mean anything to me?
Make an investigation. You may not have that, so assign it or roll it flat.
I'm putting it fair.
Okay. Oh, hello, by the way, to a raid. We're just here playing our superhero game. Currently, we are playing, we're using the Fate system, and the players don't know who they are. Because they're in the Astral plane, and we switch systems on them, and they've all created characters, and they're kind of like building their characters as they go, adding skills as needed, and it's been pretty silly so far. No pause, what does that get you to?
That's a 2.
It's odd. They smell almost like what? Like it smells almost like pipe tobacco, but it seems to just be like wrapped up in paper, and there's this odd sort of spongy section of it at the back.
Ghost, does this mean anything to you?
Ooh. +3 on there, which gets her to that's very high for her. It's another superb. She will say, wait, is there lipstick on the filter? Nope, that means it's in a, okay, so she was literally just here. Okay. Was she manifest? So wait, so she didn't have to be, that's, yes, this means something to me. There's a very bad, monster spirit. Monster. There's a very bad monster you're gonna have to fight. And this is her droppings. Oh, she put one out on this stone. Look. Oh, that's ridiculous.
What? Put what on the stone?
She put out a cigarette on the stone.
What's a cigarette?
It's this thing that these evil monsters she has this long holder, and she sucks them down. They contain children's souls. They're really bad. Yeah, they're
no.
Gotta fight her. So yeah, she's really trouble.
If Saint could get more prepared, she's ready to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, she's not here now, but good effort. Yeah, okay, so she seems to be troubled, and she seems to be here. So,
Do you know their name?
the monster?
Yeah.
Her name is Tatiana. She's a Tatiana. Tatiana's her name.
That's a really pretty name for a scary monster,
Okay.
though.
Well, she's the worst. Well, actually, she's not the worst monster. The worst monsters need me how bad. She's the person you're here to find. She's the one you have to stop. She's already here, so we're out of time.
So then we must move now.
Yes, she's trying to change the whole world, and we have to stop her. And
Okay.
I knew you would have answers for us.
this thing seems to be sort of magical, but do any of you understand magic here in this in this world you're in? Oh my god.
I understand
Magic?
some
Saint
of the
would,
lore
even though she
behind
can't
it.
use any of it for whatever reason.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Wanda, do you have any magical skills?
No, making friends. Making friends is magic.
Okay.
Or
A 4.
on the die, 2 on the skill.
Saint, you sort of touch this stone thing, and it seems to have some magical essence on it. But the magic currently seems lessened. And based on that odor that you can feel that's a little closer here, you think that it might have been recently discharged. So whatever magic was here, whatever power is contained here in the Wilding Stone, seems to have been used up recently.
can I sense if the magic has like good or evil vibes, or
I will say
neutral, or
it seems very neutral.
Okay.
It seems very just kind of like raw and sort of untamed.
Okay. Then just her putting the pieces together, Saint will say that it seems that this evil demon that I will vanquish, if it's the last thing I do, has taken whatever power was within this stone.
Oh, okay. Well, how much power was in the stone? Was it like all of it? Like how? Yeah. Well, no pause. Tell me about that castle again. And if you quote back about that, she's like, no, that must be where more of it. That's where we gotta go. We gotta go. That's the bigger thing. Okay.
With haste, then.
Yeah, I think with haste. I don't think that this is a good. So if you all begin to move away, a very faint voice, no pause, will say, "We remember her."
Do I know that voice? Like, does that mean anything? Does that stir anything in me? Like,
You've never heard the voice before, but you definitely heard it say. It wasn't too loud, but you heard it very distinctly. None of the rest of you heard anything.
I don't have time. We'll keep moving.
Understood. You guys walk away from the Wilding Stone and answers. Unbeknownst to the rest of you, No Pause makes a very difficult sacrifice for his made-up fictional wife. You will carry on in the direction of Castle Pogia. You are now somewhat out of the way. Let's get another orienteering roll and another survival roll from our two guides, our short-term, long-term guides.
We had another raid, by the way.
We had another raid. Oh, hello, other raid. 2?
Yeah.
And No Pause, what are we at for the survival?
I'm gonna use the fate point to re-roll that.
That's where we're at. Understood. Hi, Raid. We're just playing Fate right now. It's kind of mixing stuff up. They're in the astral plane. Don't know who they are. They're figments of their own imaginations. It's fantastic. We have a fawn, a unicorn. One of them's riding around on a Judge Dredd thing. With 2s. Excellent. You are doing fair jobs at this, my friends. As you begin guiding the group, you are sort of having to. You decide to try to cross, sort of go kind of off the trail a bit. And your speed decreases a fair bit. You're not making as good of time as you were earlier because you're off road and trying to cover a larger distance. You come to a sort of a large what's it called, where there's like I guess it's just a cliff, but like, you know, like where you're like at a seemingly flat area and like the ground is almost split like that, so there's like a cliff face, but it's not like in a mountain thing. It's like that sheer from where they're not even, it's only on one side though. It's like where like years ago there was like a tectonic shift and there's
transform.
It's something.
I don't know.
Point being,
like
Is
what
there a term
what
for
Darth
this?
Maul drops off of when his thing
Unfamiliar.
comes back to him and he speeds off towards Mos Eisley.
yeah, that kind of thing. So basically you come to one of those, and though generally speaking the direction you want to go is sort of is more up, you're not sure that it might be just as fast to sort of stay low and not climb it. And I would say that No Pause, you can tell that there seems to be a stream below. Perhaps even like a lake or something. Not necessarily would be in your path, but you'd be following some water. So you are now at a point of either you're going to have to kind of begin climbing up a pretty steep rise to kind of carry along on your path, or you will go low and go to where some water maybe.
I think we should try and go up because it'd be better to have the high ground. If we need to go down later, we can, but rather go up now where we don't have to deal with any danger.
Understood. Then in that case, you begin climbing. The going becomes much slower. Much more oppressive, except for the ghost who's just hovering, and I guess Chaa who's just flying around outside as well. But as the rest of you slowly make your way up this kind of rocky terrain, still with plum trees growing here and there, you all hear a very loud hacking cough coming from up above.
Molly, is that the spirit sucker? Is she gonna eat my spirit?
I don't think so. What? No, just, what are you talking about? There's not, no.
Who goes there?
You hear footsteps kind of like moving aside. It's kind of something up above. Chaa, you could fly up and see if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll fly.
Okay, cool. Make a perception roll for me.
All right. That's a 2.
A 2. You get up just in time to see a rather large shape kind of lumbering. It seems to be, you see a little bit of wrinkled skin and very long hair, sort of like white long wisps of hair as it's kind of just very, very, again, very Henson shoppy, as it just kind of like moves into some trees and you see the trees shake a bit, but that's all you see them.
Do I potentially want to give him like cough drops?
I think you probably would, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'll try to give them cough drops.
So you guys see Chaa fly up, and then Chaa starts flying after something. The ghost is like, where are you? What's happened? Where are you? The ghost is flying up after. What are the rest of you doing?
Scrambling to climb up faster.
Okay, cool. Make a climb roll.
I don't have climb. Wait, where? How?
So either add climb to one of your skills or do a flat roll. And anyone else can do the same if they're trying to keep up.
I'll do a flat roll.
Keep up with the flying one?
Or at least go quickly to follow after them.
Average.
Average, you're not going that quickly.
The flat roll at the 1.
But I'm not falling.
Yeah, you're not falling. You're doing an average job, but you're not increasing the pace. And Candy Maid, it's probably especially hard for you to climb. You know, you're like a mountain goat, like to do. You know, Saint.
Can I use my horn to pull myself up?
I like the idea of like you stab your horn in, and then you do like a full body bend to try to grab it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So in that case, Chaa and you two have a ghostly companion. Chaa, you catch up rather easily with this lumbering creature. What you see is it's about 8 feet tall, hunched over in varying ways. It has this like tremendously wrinkled face, kind of a gnarled body with the joints bent in sort of strange directions. Seems to have 4 arms, and it seems to have 6 ears on its going along its head, and each ear has progressively more white hair growing out of it. This thing is like coughing like and it seems to have been gathering up various plums that it's just carrying in some of its extra hands, and it's just trying to move.
Hello? Are you okay? Do you want some medicine? I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to help.
That would be nice.
What would you need? Cough drops?
Cough? Yes. Lozenges.
Yeah.
I
don't know what that is,
Are
but...
they Ricola?
I don't know why, but I just want to start singing for some reason right now.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Any cough drop? Yes. What about Werther's Originals?
They're definitely originals that I made.
Okay.
It sort of kind of just trumps down and, like, you know, kind of clomps down, and all these feet and giant bony protuberances. It's almost spider-like in its shape, but it's also just very aged and like just papery skin. You see every vein within. Just the oldest thing. And you don't see many teeth.
Yes. I'll take your medicine.
Okay. Then I will give the medicine to this person.
Make an herbalism or whatever roll you have for that. Uh-oh.
That's a 6.
A 6? Oh man, you give this person the best cough drops ever.
That is delightful. Seems like herbs from a mountaintop. Thank you. What is your name?
My name is Chaa.
Oh, hello, Chaa. I am the oldling.
The oldling?
I'm very old.
And that's just your thing?
Yes.
How old?
You're still not there yet, unfortunately. You guys are all still trying to climb up.
But I... Oh, these are very nice. My throat is extremely ripped up and pained. I have many lesions all over me.
Oh boy.
I'm out of prunes, but I've gathered more plums to dry to make prunes. All I have to do is hold them in my hands for a while.
Alright. Well,
Very old. You look
is
so
anyone
young.
else with me? Or
At this point, the ghost is with you.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I don't want to give everything, I guess, but... You've made an NPC, the only one who knows what's going on. She'll go. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right. Well, we found the fucking kid. Okay, cool.
Kid?
He's an old man who looked like a kid. Now he's an old man who looks like a really old man.
Hey! I don't take that kind of talk from anyone.
So
I've earned the right to... These are good cough drops.
glad that they're helping you.
Yes, very helpful. Oh wait, I think you have a quarter in your ear.
You just hear like cracking bones and like, you know, just like so much cartilage just.
Oh, I don't have the
A coin just like falls like a foot from your ear.
Oh, damn it, I don't have the... Sorry.
Molly, should
Ta-da!
take the oldling with us?
Oh, I guess so. He really didn't want to be left in the astral plane, or in the if the timeline changes.
Huh?
Yeah, you're one of the chosen one, old man.
Oh!
I legitimately didn't realize
I
who
didn't
this
either.
was until just now.
Alright, so I guess I'll tell him. I'm like, oh, okay. Is it okay if I pick you up and take you to my family, my group?
Oh, yes. If you think you can carry me. I'm very big and old, but I don't weigh much.
I should be fine, right?
I guess so.
I mean, he's like 8 feet tall, but he's kind of just.
I'll fold up a bit. There we go. Oh, go ahead. Very kind of you. Oh, to be young again.
So then I'll fly back to everyone
Oh my!
with him.
What wonderful things I'm seeing from the sky. Oh.
So basically, as you guys are like still half climbed up this thing, she kind of comes carrying this just incredibly old looking, like just like Henson shop multi-armed.
Hello.
Look who I found.
Let me reach into your ears to find candy and coins.
It's okay. Just have more cough drops. Just
Okay.
take care of yourself.
Hello.
Saint, because they haven't relayed that this is another chosen one, right?
No.
Saint will relay to Chaa while she's continuing to climb, I guess. Chaa, I don't know that we have time to take on pets on this journey, and you're going to have to protect it. It will likely die along the way. I don't know if this is the best thing for us.
Is Molly back with us too?
Molly doesn't fly quite as quick as you, but she's she's not quite with you yet. So yeah, you'll have to
I'll
explain.
be like, no, Saint, he's a chosen one too, as Molly just told me.
Saint will absolutely kind of just eye this thing up and down. You know, like just that look of like, okay.
He kind of like tugs on some of his ear hair. I'm not hearing this well, and you swear he pulls on it, and some of the ear hair on the other side goes in a little bit.
Oh no.
He's like, "Oh,
Molly, what is the criteria for being dubbed a chosen one? Because I no longer understand what is required.
Molly shows up. He's a chosen one. He's I didn't choose the fates chosen. He's one of them, and I think the other one's No Pause's dead wife. No offense, No Pause. We'll find her again. She'll be a ghost like me. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll get your dead wife back. All right, guys, you all gotta climb a little faster. And the old one goes,
Or take the automatic lift.
Automatic what?
Yes, the chair lift.
Chairlift?
Yeah, up the mountain. It's slow, but it's much easier.
Would I fit?
Oh, you all would, yes.
Oh.
What is this thing?
Oh, it's just...
his other set of arms comes out, and he just goes, and then you guys hear this like scraping sound, and almost like a funicular railway. This platform just starts moving up the side of the cliff, like a wheelchair lift on a staircase, because he's very old.
Yeah, you can hop on that and it will get you to the top. That's what I always take when I have to come down.
Suppose this is why you are a chosen one. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
So
What
if
a
you
nice
guys,
chair you have.
if you guys can climb, you'll have to like climb down a little bit, but you can climb into this thing, and yeah, you can then take a very, very slow kind of up the side.
Want me to tell you what things were like back in my day?
Yes.
I
No.
don't remember.
Oh.
It was so long ago.
Well, back in my day, we all lived together in one house, and then
No.
a very long time ago, yesterday.
No. Your day is today. My day was yesterday.
I had a day yesterday too.
Oh, I see. I'm speaking, figuratively.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
But you can have yesterday too, because I think we both had a yesterday as well.
I had more.
Well, you're old.
Yes. I'm the oldling. I've lived many lifetimes.
I'm Wanda Bunnyfeet, but now you can call me V. Because
Ooh,
I'm a chosen one too, and my chosen name is V. What is your chosen one name?
Oh no. I don't know. How do I find out?
Molly.
What?
What is his chosen one name?
She can't ride on the lift with you guys, so this is actually, she's always like slightly behind you now. It's a mess. It's like, what? What?
What is his chosen one name?
Oh, Hideki.
Hideki. That's a really cool name.
Hideki.
I'm named after Molly's best friend.
Molly's just like hovering like this, about 5 feet behind.
Oh, that's nice. Who is Molly?
Ghost.
Oh, you can see it! I thought it was the Reaper with the scythe coming for me at last.
No, she's pretty scary, but we found out that she's nice and she's helping us on our adventure.
Oh, good.
Also, she could be both.
Oh, bad. I don't like the sound of that. Why is she? What? Why is she? What?
She probably died at some point, and now she's a ghost.
All of my friends died, but I assume. I'm alone now.
Saint will lean in to Chaa and just kind of be like, your responsibility. You did this.
Well, if you don't need anything, I'm going to take a quick nap.
I wonder if he has night terrors too.
You notice as
He's
he
very
sleeps.
Old. I wonder what he would be afraid of.
I feel
All
if
of
he had a
his,
terror during his sleep, he would just die. So
All of his hairs are just like ruffling in different ways as he snores. So yes, you guys are riding up, and you reach the top of the area.
Oh, are we here? Okay. Well, let's go. You try to keep up with me. Oh, cough drop. I swallowed it.
Do you know where to go from here?
Me? Me?
Yes.
Oh, I always know where to go. Where are you going?
The castle.
Oh, the Castle Posia. I remember a night there. I waltzed with a beautiful young lass.
no,
late
the
into
direction
night.
of the castle.
Oh,
We have a very important evil to deal with.
oh. Oh no. Oh, then the castle is, all you have to do is find where the castle is and go that way, 1 foot in front of the other, and then you sit for a few hours and then continue.
Right, but which direction is that way?
Saint will just stare at Chaa.
I'm not sure. But if you have a compass, I can find it. If I have a piece of paper.
I mean, do compasses exist here? Do I have one?
You could hand a compass.
He's like, give me 2 or 3 hours.
We don't have that.
We don't have that long.
Do we know which direction? Do we have a
Saint, you made an orienteering. You certainly know the rough direction you're going. You can make another check, both of you, orienteering and survival. Now you're up here.
Saint would ask Chaa to fly straight up, look for the castle, come back and tell me which direction it is.
Fair enough,
Alright.
Chaa. You could go ahead and
Yep.
make a perception check.
Yep.
Poor Oldling. It's so hard to be Oldling, you guys.
2.
2. You don't see a castle.
I'll do orienteering. Fine. Do everything myself. That is a 3.
With a good, you're able to certainly get the direction. Like you're like, I mean, you knew where it was before all the shenanigans. You can lead everyone in the right way. No pause. Give me a survival roll, and if anybody else wants to do anything en route, you may do so.
It's a 1.
The going is a little slower. The path up here is not as good, and no pause is
What a shock.
distracted by all these thoughts of his wife. Is unable to guide you as clearly. However, After several hours, as the sun begins to set, and consequently, your friend Molly the ghost becomes a little easier to see, you find yourselves tired, a little cold and hungry, and, blisters on your feet atop this little rise. You can push on if you want. It will become harder to do so in the night, although Saint does glow. Or you can camp.
There are blisters on people's feet. Saint would recommend camp.
If there are blisters, I guess we should camp. Very well.
But if I totally forgot about who Lumen is for a minute. I want to put like a medicine thing into Good. She
okay.
Want to dress people's wounds and things like that.
Understood. Then in that case,
these are good people anyways.
So go ahead and make a medicine roll to help with blisters. Chaa, you can also make an herbalism check to treat blisters.
Yep.
That is a 4.
A 4. You do a good job. So everyone, as you set camp here, building a little fire, Saint helps you with your blisters.
Are we reducing the tension? I had to get one in tonight.
Oh my god. You always have to.
No.
There's no way she won't. Chaa, what are we at?
I was at a 2.
A 2. You see Saint doing a good job. You're like, oh, I should help. And you take out a couple of little drops and you just stick those on people's feet. And you're like, this isn't doing anything. That's not what this is for. But as you all sort of prepare to rest, no pause. You hear a figure approaching. You hear something approaching. Sort of softly from the forested area beyond. Not the direction you came, kind of from the side of where you're going. It will sort of say, oh, I say, is there someone there? I mean you no harm.
Who is it? So reveal yourself.
Of course. This figure steps out. A small figure. Maybe 2 feet tall. He has little horns on his head. His skin is red. Hello. I mean you no harm at all. But I can feel your fire nearby. And I would be most appreciative of a chance to rest myself at it.
I have 2 questions. Did you say Nopaz was the only one that heard him?
No, you all heard him.
Oh,
Like,
we all heard him.
Wait,
Okay.
what's your perception? I said no because I know he has really high.
I don't think I have it on here.
Then in that case, you didn't hear it, but once what No Pause sort of called out and this figure spoke back to you, you see him now.
And this being a dream world created of our own kind of imaginations put together, would we recognize, the way he looks as being a devil or evil or anything like that? Or would we look at that and be like, yeah, that's just another person? You know what I mean?
I'm going to say, given the diversity of your own place, you haven't seen this thing, but you don't recognize it as a devil.
Okay.
I
will not try to immediately kill it.
Ghost, you know this thing. Does this thing?
I don't think so. It's not your wife, if that's what you're asking.
No, of course not. My wife is much larger and much more beautiful.
Oh, yes, I'm.
Can I try to? Sorry, can I try to make friends?
Sure.
4.
What do you say?
No, 5.
Superb. What do you say?
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
What's your name?
I am Jill. What is your name?
My name is Wanda Bunnyfeet, but my chosen name is V.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Wanda Bunny Feet V.
You too. Where are you from?
I'm from somewhere far away. Somewhere I don't think I want to go back to. But everything's a bit fuzzy. I know
why
I was
don't you
with
want
a
to go
friend.
back?
I don't think it was a very good place. And I only want to help.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn it.
Jill! He said his name was Jill. That's weird. Well.
We have no way of knowing if that's
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
like which one that is.
I know.
Yeah.
I will say to you, well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think it's synth, but who knows?
Well, yeah, but which synth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because the
I don't know
old
if it's the
synth
one
went in.
from
That
this
one.
time era, or the one who went in to try and stop us.
Yeah, which one is it? Good question. Well, that was super fun. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody who rated and stuck with this silliness. We are, they're sort of in the midst of a kind of sub-adventure before the final adventure. We appreciate everybody checking that stuff out. It's nothing to worry about. Whichever synth it is, he only wants to help. He's a cool guy. Synth the Devil is all right. But thank you all so much for watching. We have some other crazy streams on this channel if you want to see other games we play. Tomorrow night we have Gray in the Dark. That's our noir game. That's on Tuesdays, and then on Friday we have another session of Blood from a Stone, our horror game, where things are heating up in that game, and there's some very. I think Zane claimed that was his top 5 moment was last week. From how things were rocking out last time, which was pretty fun. And then on Sundays we usually have a game called Here Be Dragons, but there is no session this coming Sunday because guys, I gotta tell you, I got the Oscar fever. How about you? I got the Oscar fever. I hope you got it too. Listen, guys, this is Christmas time for Tinseltown, and we are here to all just gather around the screens and watch Hollywood's finest come out to mix and mingle on that we gotta see the hilarious. We have multiple hosts this year. We gotta see the hilarious jokes they come up with.
I don't think I've ever sat down and actually watched that.
I hate the Oscars so much. I hate them so much.
I was gonna say.
We're taking the time off because people wanted to watch them, which is fine. I will actually be watching a sarcastic counter stream called On Cinema at the Cinema's Oscar special, which I watch every year, and they just do it during the Oscars, and it's really stupid. And but they say things like they have a song called "I've Got the Oscar Fever" that they sing every year, and
Fair enough.
I really don't like the Oscar. I can't. Award shows make me deeply uncomfortable. It's so rough. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so no. An Oscar one day, Philip. Just to watch you.
If somehow I'm ever nominated for an Oscar, I know this sounds like a lie, but I'll put it out. Like, I don't want to go. I think I want to do like the George C. Scott style, just like not show up.
No,
that's so
ballsy.
Someone
to accept it for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll send someone to accept it for me. No, I won't. I'll just have the. I don't even want to look like I cared that much. The Academy can just accept it on my behalf.
Send like a hawk to come in.
No, I really want you to just like hire a TaskRabbit to like just like some guy off the street. Yeah.
Victory. I will hire a TaskRabbit. That sounds. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hire a okay. If I'm ever nominated for an Oscar, I will send a TaskRabbit to go sit at the Oscars. Oh, that's rough.
Seat warmer, professional seat warmer.
Yeah, those exist.
Well, everybody, thanks so much for watching. This was some super fun stuff here. Thanks for rating. Anybody want to say or plug or mention anything here? Certainly don't have to. I'm just throwing that out there as a chance for you all. Nope, we're all good. Well, everybody, thank you. We've got some more super heroic fun coming our way next week as our heroes get deeper into the They've now picked up 2 of the 3 people they're looking for. Is the third one actually Armament's wife? Spoiler alert, no. Armament knew that, but now what's her face thinks so. So it's this is great. So we will see how things go. But until next time, I will sign off with our closing words. Have a temple night.